Mr. Fano, can't stay long. Just popping by to say hello and Happy New Year. I'm glad you're getting back to Factory Town. Thank you. I'm really, really glad to be back to this, actually. It's just there's so much had changed since the last time I played. There was no real reason for me to continue the old save. It made a world of sense for me to just crack on and start another one. Right, well, we've got a decent amount of stone bricks starting to accrue. The main thing is our lack of population, which is starting to trouble me. And what better way to solve this than to build more piers upon which to build houses. I'll take it all the way out. Marvelous. Right, 2 more houses into the group. Oh, I didn't quite place that in the right place. Yeah. I'll get these all the way upgraded. Perfect. I'm liking that. It's really starting to come together, I think. Now down here. See, the thing is, over here, this looks really organic, like it's an actual town that just kind of sprung up. But over here, it's starting to look like a industrial complex. I'm not entirely sure that I approve. In fact, I think I don't. If I'm honest, I think my approval is very low. Right, well, we're going to need at least 2 peeps to deal with the water over here, and I guess 1 other peep over here for dealing with the water there. I know it's a horribly inefficient use. Yes, is all I can say. Yes. Let's give you a nice little well. Womp. There we go. Well, there as well. Donk. Now, this one will have fertilizer coming out. But over here, what were we going to go for? Because I would love it if we could build up in such a way that we're always prioritizing making sure that we have enough of everything available to people. So as soon as we can, we just produce that thing. Rana Jonesy, Happy New Year, you gorgeous man. Oh, thank you. And beautiful community. Happy 52 months for me. Thank you so much, mate. It has been a pleasure to have you along for the ride. I hope you're enjoying the new year so far. Not that we're very deep into it yet. Eggs don't give us much. Meat would give us a lot more. But eggs, at least, don't require additional fertilizer. Don't also produce fertilizer. And they're fairly cheap in terms of the amount of animal feed they require. Either way, though, now fertilizer is glorious because it doesn't require much in terms of being able to be drawn out of a thing. So we're going to do this. Yes. Now, obviously, here is going to be a bit of a tricky problem, but we should be able to build all of this up in such a way that at the end of it, we're able to deliver only excess fertilizer down to a barn right there. Let's move you all the way down. Perfect. And now I want wooden arches up on here. Ah, really, I'm out of planks. Drat down blast! Thwarted by planks, of all things. Oh well. Start getting the eggs in there at the very least. Tigress Lady, thank you very much for the subscription there. Very kind of you. Jack and Dandy. Jack and Daddy. Thank you very much for the subscription as well. 5 months. Not missing my sub anniversary message this time. This always makes one resolution fulfilled. Hooray me! Hey, mate. I hope you're having a pleasant new year. Ooh, we have gotten rid of the final rock down there. Nice. Still, I want to build this probably somewhere a little bit closer to the stuff we're making a roll out of. We've got enough money that we should be able to, I would say. It's always a risk, but let's try and flatten down this little area up here. Now, can I build a path up there? Yes. Perfect. Then that means you're moving over here. Donk. And you're moving things down there. You're really not gonna. Why are you stood still? Come on now. Okay, that's a bit of a troubling little area there. Looks like they blocked each other off on the path. Well, hopefully you're able to get through that reasonably fast. In fact, I'm going to give you an extra worker here as well to help with that. Hopefully that will shift things around a little bit better. Now, red coins are coming in all right. I would really, really like it if we could sell them something like wool or leather. Wool will just sell by itself, but a shirt made in a workshop will sell for a lot more. I think we should go for another workshop. Let's have a look at you. I would like you to make cloth from wool. And then shirts from cloth. Now this is a very different situation from what we were looking at initially. I'm going to change this up. We're no longer going to be making eggs here. We're going to be making wool. There we are. We are going to need someone to move those eggs though. So let's get a cart. A wagon, rather. Move these eggs out. Just ship them off. There we go. And while all that's going on, we're going to continue building this out. Got enough to do that many of them, which isn't really that many, but well. Right. I mean, technically, what I need is... Well, no, I think this will still work. I don't think... Yeah, that hasn't impeded anything there, so that's the main thing. Okay, so we'll shift the eggs out of the way. People are generally quite happy. Productivity is plus 30%. It's not too bad. My resolution is to not make resolutions. I'm bad at resolutions. But would that mean that you've succeeded or failed? What? No. This statement is false all over again. My brain. It's not up to this. Yeah, we definitely need to increase our plank production. This is atrocious. Right, what are you actually trying to do? Are you able to move this stuff down? Let's get you up there. No, that's going to be a horrible path for you to take. Okay, how about you grab these trees then? Kidak, thank you very much for the 15 months on Prime. Happy anniversary, Aavak. Thank you very much, mate. Happy anniversary, though. I thought that was like every 12 months. Kidak uses a 15-month calendar. What does he know that we don't? Okay, let's open up the Red Bull. It's time. It is time. Oh, my lord. I can't help but remember when I read... I'll be honest, I forget the order that the books went in. I'm awful with names in that regard. But the second of the Dark Tower series, and where Roland... had his first taste of like I think it was Coca-Cola, and it was like, oh, it's so sweet. Oh my God. Whenever I open a Red Bull, that's what goes through my brain to the smell. The smell is so ridiculously strongly sweet. Drawing of the 3. Ah, thank you very much. Ah, you're a Tower junkie as well. What's your favorite book? Mine is... I'm not sure if it's a hot take or not, but mine is Wolves of the Cala. Absolutely adore Wolves of the Cala. Right. I would like to withdraw fertilizer over here and only that. I would like you to withdraw fertilizer as well. And you can just straight up do it. I think. Oh, wait. I seem to have placed that in the wrong place. How? I don't know, but okay. Right. I want this. Cop it over. And I want it to only be for fertilizer. Wastelands. Love the wastelands, yeah. Oh, I could have loads more homes. Yeah, I know. But there's no need. And whilst I keep the amount of homes lower, I can have a higher amount of happiness. So whilst I've got less people, the people I have are more efficient. You see? You see? It's method to my madness, I know. I was surprised when I learned this too. No, don't. Why are you trying to go down? Stupid thing. Is that correct now? Yes, it is. Good. Right, let's continue to draw. I don't think I'm going to get that far. No, I'm not. We will eventually get her all the way around. Now, do we have logistics blocks for pushes? Oh, we don't. Oh, drat. We need intermediate logistics for that. Okay. Ugh. Well, still, it'll work, but it's just, it'll work less. I think we may need to go up and over, which is going to be awkward considering these are chutes, not conveyors. I'm not sure if this will work. We'll see. It may and it may not. We'll have to hope. Right, you've already moved all the eggs. That's brilliant. Now, this is the thing that I absolutely adored, is we can just delete that and actually, I believe, completely get rid of this storage. No, no. How do I get rid of it? I forget. There was a way that you could just delete a storage entry. There was a way. I seem to recall. Because this once had eggs in it, it's currently like a blank one, but there used to... I'm fairly certain that there is a way now that you can manually remove these. But we'll just leave it like that for now. It's fine. Right, what else we got? We've got plenty of milk. Well, while we're waiting then, we may as well start shifting that over. Just keeping people happier and happier. On that note, I think we want a couple more homes. Or will do very soon. Actually, no, let's get rid of those since we are still waiting on getting the fertilizer hooked up to all of these. Right. Now, we could just move the wool. Actually, we can move the wool straight down there, couldn't we? Yes, we could. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Instead of moving the milk, we're going to move the wool. Let's get that down into the workshop. Esther, thank you very much for gifting 4 subs. That's incredibly kind of you. Sorry, Ita. Again, I do apologize for reading wrong. I'm not great with letters anyway, dyslexia being what it is. But I am having to read it off a tiny little tablet at the moment. It was very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for those gift subs there. Please put plenty of love in chat for Itar. And have a good New Year's to you as well. Right. Okay, so that's all moving around. And honestly, this little area is quite capable of supplying everything we need. I could pop down some barns to gather up items. In fact, what I could do instead, this is a much better idea, is to have the workshop over here. Having the items delivered straight to it. And then move the shirts across. That would be a much better way of doing it. Super much better way of doing it. Now, what's the speed of wool? Wool is made over 6 seconds. One wool. Takes 4 seconds per cloth, but requires 2 cloths, so 8 seconds in total. So this is not necessary. Let's move you down there. A person would be a better choice, because they'll be able to move the wool faster than the wool is being used. And the wagon can then carry far more shirts at a time, which is the better item to be moving, because it's a more value dense item. There we go. And whomp. There we are. Marvelous. Now I would like you, when you can, supply fertilizer to the fields as well. So this field, which is both fertilized and watered, that's an extra 200%. Now, the question is it multiplicative or additive? Is it growing 200% faster? Or was the water being added making the corn, which let's say grew at like 1 unit a second, now grow at 2 units a second because it's a 100% increase. And then the fertilizer made that 2 units a second increase by 100% to 4 units a second. That's the question there. Hopefully, we will find out. Well, since I'm not getting rid of the milk, it's not being moved along, which is a bit of a shame, but I could pop down another market and just supply these houses with milk, honestly. Or I could just move the market over here and start really making money. Obviously, we've got grain down there being turned into bread. Into flour. But we're actually producing quite a lot over here. We could almost certainly afford to have more grain being extracted from here and fed into another grain mill. Almost certainly. Maybe that's what we should do. But if I did that, then this grain mill would then be alternating what it's making. And to be fair, it is using it up reasonably fast, so... We could have a look. We could try it. So we'd want something like this heading out here. Would that be in the right place? Yes, that's... oh no. I can't quite tell. Oh no, actually it has used the arches there. That's actually quite cool. I wasn't sure if it would use the arches correctly or not. So we would want this to draw out flour. Now I'm fairly certain that this is not going to be possible on just one grain mill, but we'll see. Right, we would want that flowing this away. Let's have you rotate. We will have a general store. Can't afford to bring more resources to base or storage buildings. What? Oh, right. I can't build it. Right, yes, of course. Well, we could just move all of these over, I suppose. That wouldn't be a bad option. Well, in that case, let's shunt this back a little bit. And again, we could just move the eggs straight across. That wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, well, let's have a look at how this functions for us. If we move our population center over here instead. Right, so, start with you. I know, for a few moments you're going to be really unhappy, but trust me, this is worth it. It is progress, my friends. Progress. Let's grab you as well, and you. Then, sure, you can face different directions if you'd like. And you as well. And then you two to boot. Now, they're not going to be happy very soon, but for the time being, it should be okay. Then we're going to move this over. Plop. Like so. And finally, you. I'll have you popped in there. And we'll just have a little bit of a square over here, I think. There we are. All of those houses. So many red coins. My goodness. Let's pop down flour. And at this point, we actually don't need this little one. I know, it hurts me too. Ah well. Here's the price of progress, I'm afraid. So, gonna have to start getting rid of you. I'll just delete, I guess I do actually, yeah. Womp. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye everything. Goodbye cruel world, in fact. Let's get rid of all of it and recover what we can. Alright, let's get you out of the way. Oh man. I'm not going to take away all of the scaffolding. The scaffolding is going to stay there. Testament to the brave peeps and wagons that made the journey up to these highest of heights once long, long ago. Right, there we go. And this wagon can wander on down and do something else for me for now. All right, this mill can go as well. Yoink. But that has cleared up an awful lot of space. Let's get some more trees being chopped. Oops. There we are. Big Al, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the gift subs there. And hello, Bankable Senpai. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Hope your holidays were fantastic and the best they could be. They were. Thank you. Big Al shared 25 emotes with that gift bomb. Please put plenty of love in chat to Big Al there. Thank you so much for the generosity, mate. Right, okay, so with that, our peeps should be quite happy, actually. How are we doing? 9 of 9 are, in some capacity, happy with the amount of fabric goods that they've got. And we are raking in the red coins now. Wow. Very, very nice. We also, though, want to set up a peep just down here who will move milk across. Please and thank you. Yeah, I would say that movement was well worth it for us. Let's get that all the way across. Yoink. Once again, feed it into the farm if we have to, or if we can rather. Okay, with that one. And there we go. Perfect. Alright. We don't realistically need that much fertilizer, and we never will, but you know, it is a thing. Now we are seeing the limitations of this system, though. I think it may well be improved dramatically by doing this. And instead having a dedicated mill for each type of thing. Right, stop making flour. Damn it. Okay, you know what? Since you've got that there, I'm going to delete you. Just to get that out of the clogged inventory. There is a way to fix that. I'm fairly certain that was added and mentioned in the patch notes. I just don't know or can't remember how to get that to happen. Donk. Dedicated flour, please. And dedicated animal feed, please. 1 farm each. There we go. That should take care of everything. We'll prioritize feeding the wool farm. Though I suppose the other thing we could do is we could have another farm just down here feeding these. You know what? Sure. Because there's no reason not to. It'll easily be able to manage these. I only wanted to grab grain, and then half of your produce should go this way, and the other half should go that way. And between these two, they will keep all of these grain fields suitably watered. So that should take care of that. It's not a super efficient system, to be fair, but it'll do. I think, or I hope, rather. How are they doing? Well, they've got plenty of grain, or at least this one does. I could increase it a little bit further. This one isn't getting any fertilizer supply, unfortunately, but what I could have happening is this one could be supplying all of its stockpiled fertilizer and running it down in this direction. It'll look a bit janky, but it will work a lot better. So let's go in favor of that then. There we go. And we want, if I can get the arches, there we are. We want fertilizer to come out this way. Try and make use of all the fertilizer we can. Dunk. I really enjoy the music in this game as well. It's incredibly chill. Oops. Now, before you grab anything I don't want you to grab. There we go. Perfect. And this should keep all of these things growing reasonably fast. Okay. Not bad. This one is actually now starting to stockpile grain. So all of the grain, when that's stockpiled, will go into this one, which will then feed my animal farms. This one's slowly building a stockpile, but this one has been without for quite some time, which is not grand. What I could do in that case, since this one is, well, I think the eggs are worth more, ultimately. This one is, well, it's hard to say, because the bottleneck is, I think, ultimately the grain coming in, unfortunately. So, at least on this side, this one is managing it, but if I were to improve the output here, then that in turn would help both, but it would mostly help this one, I think. Take care, Hinata. Thanks for dropping by. What's the new year looking like game-wise? Well, there's a lot of series that I have got a backlog of that I really want to complete them. before I get too heavily into the new series, but I'm probably going to be revisiting a lot of, well, revisiting is the wrong word, revisiting the idea of doing first tastes a lot more in the coming year. There'll be quite a lot of streaming going on, and I'm going to, you know, pop some of them up on YouTube, but not all of them. Some will just be stream games. Typically those will be much more casual or perhaps more grindy ones that are like guilty pleasures of mine. But we will be seeing a lot more of like mini series and first taste one shots of videos. The series that I commit to, I want to be able to finish. So I'm going to try and steer clear of taking on too many of those at once. But yeah, I'd rather have fewer like long play series going at once, but complete all of them, than have half a dozen, but you know, not get to the end of them. I really would like to be able to take my time and actually indulge in more RPGs, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, that's always been one of my mainstays in my personal gaming. So it's always seems a little bit odd that I haven't ended up doing more of that on the channel. But I think that'll be changing in the new year.